Dear students, welcome to the classroom. In previous video, we have learned the history of computers till punch cards, and in this video, we will continue from first generation computers. So watch the video carefully. First generation computers between 1940s and 1950s. Dear students, around the year 1920, an electrical device called vacuum tube was invented. It brought about a tremendous increase in the speed of calculations. In 1945, J.P. Eckert and John Moseley, two American engineers, used vacuum tubes to build ENIAC, the first electronic calculating machine. Compute means to calculate. Since the ENIAC could only do calculations, it came to be known as computer. Many improvements were made in the computer since then. It began to be used not only for doing calculations but also for writing, listening to music, drawing, playing games and many other tasks. However, it is still called computer. The ENIAC was so large that it would occupy a big hall. It had around 18,000 vacuum tubes and consumed a large amount of electricity. Nevertheless, it had a fantastic speed of doing calculations. It used to perform 5,000 additions in 1 second and 500 two-digit multiplications in 1 second. The ENIAC is called the granddaddy of the present computers. Computers like ENIAC, which use vacuum tubes, are called the first generation computers. Though these computers were very large, they were not as efficient as the small palm-top computers available today. Second generation computers between 1955 and 1960. Dear students, in 1948, William Shockley invented the transistors, which replaced vacuum tubes in a computer. A transistor was 200 times smaller than a vacuum tube and it consumed less electricity. The first transistor computer was created in 1953. The processing speed of the second generation computers was greater than the first generation computers. Third generation computers, 1960s. Dear students, in 1958, Jack Kilby invented the chip. He fixed many transistors and other electronic components on a single chip called Integrated Circuit (IC). Today, thousands of transistors and other electronic components are fixed on a small chip. The third generation computers were much cheaper, smaller in size, and their processing speed was quite high. Fourth generation computers, 1971 till present. Dear students, the present day computers are the fourth generation computers. As a result of the VLSI technology, a million electronic components can be fixed on a single, tiny microprocessor chip. The microprocessor chip was invented in 1969 by Ted Hoff. A microprocessor chip controls the entire working of a computer. It functions like a human brain, but it does not have its own brain, and so it requires a set of instructions to carry out its functions. Today, personal computers are manufactured using microprocessor chips. Fifth generation computers. Dear students, today efforts are on the make a computer that is based on knowledge-based procedure and artificial intelligence, which will help a computer read what we write, speak and modify the programs according to the requirements. This will require millions of transistors and other electronic components fixed on chips. They will use SLSI, super large scale integrated chips. Dear students, now we will see types of computers. Dear students, depending on the size, cost, utility, speed and efficiency, computers can be broadly classified into supercomputers, mainframe computers, mini computers and microcomputers. Supercomputers. Dear students, supercomputers are large-sized computers and so they are also called monsters. They are used to perform the most complex tasks which require high speed and precision. It takes a supercomputer 90 seconds to do the work which your PC could do in 20 hours. Supercomputers are used in weather forecasting, defense technology and scientific research. In space technology, they are used to design and construct rockets and satellites, launch them into space and also control and monitor their movements. Mainframe computers. Dear students, these computers are smaller than supercomputers, but they are very fast and expensive too. More than 100 people can use a mainframe computer at the same time. Large-scale industries use mainframe computers in the design and manufacture of electronic goods and other machines. In large institutions like banks, airlines and railways, these computers are used to store and analyze data or to maintain a large network of computers. Mini computers. Dear students, these computers are smaller and cheaper than mainframe computers. It can be used by more than 10 people at the same time. Like mainframe computers, mini computers are also used by large institutions like banks, commercial organizations, government departments, and other organizations. Microcomputers. Dear students, these computers are used in homes, offices, and schools. They cost less than mini computers and only one person can use a microcomputer at a time. They are used to create and store documents, maintain accounts, keep a record of data like names, addresses, phone numbers of friends and relatives, play games, and listen to music. There are three main types of microcomputers: desktop computers, laptop computers, and handheld computers. So dear students, in this video we have learned the history and types of computers. So watch the video carefully.